Mm. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining the ACA Small Business Bootcamp. We will get started here momentarily. We appreciate you joining us. We will let everybody load into the Zoom app, and we'll get started in just a few moments. Thank you for joining the ACA Small Business Bootcamp and Resource Collective for this Thursday, April 22nd. I'm Robert Theobald, the Small Business Ombudsman and Vice President of Small Business Services at the Arizona Commerce Authority. And as always, we like to start these boot camp sessions by recognizing all of our community partners. We could not do these boot camps without them, their time, their effort, their expertise. It's very much appreciated. The Small Business Bootcamp and Resource Collective is designed to help small businesses work through the COVID crisis and return stronger than ever. It is a statewide initiative supported by our community partners, and not only is it a boot camp, but it is also a resource collective and an archive. And what I mean by the resource collective and the archive is on our website. This is a great website. I would go ahead and favorite it, bookmark it on your bookmark bar on your browser, because on this website you can access the upcoming sessions. You went through this website to register for today's session. You can see the upcoming sessions. You can find our resource collective, and a great additional tool is our archive. All of our webinars are recorded on the bootcamp, and we post them on our website. So you can access them at any time at no cost and download the materials that are included as part of the webinar. With this, we have created a content library of nearly 140 or approximately 140 sessions that we recorded of great content. So you can access that on the archive. Additionally, we have our resource collective, and you can locate that on the website or this link that we've included here. And we will share the links to the website and to the resource collective in the chat box. But the resource collective includes tools and guides that our community partners have shared with us to then share with small businesses so they can access these tools to help their business. This is a sample list of some of the guides and resources available on the resource collective. You can see we have things like restaurant guides, safe retail, National Restaurant Association industry has some information on there, manufacturing, construction, cosmetology, etc. So a lot of great information is on our resource collective as well. Additionally, we have our COVID-19 Arizona Business Resources web page. And on this page, you can find guidance for businesses as well as financial information. And on the financial information, anytime there's a new grant or new updates to a grant or funding program, we post that information on that financial resources page. Additionally, some of the programs that we offer small businesses through the Arizona Commerce Authorities are small business services. And we work to help small businesses navigate the SBA programs, work with the SBDC, work with SCORE, and other no-cost business service programs that are available throughout the state. We can also help with local banking contacts and share the latest developments. Our workforce division can help work with employers that are looking to hire employees or upskill their existing workforce. And then our Arizona MEP is the Manufacturing Extension Partnership, and they work with manufacturers throughout the state to help them grow and scale and address the needs that their business have. It's a great program. Additionally, we have our small business checklist. This is an online interactive tool to help people looking to start a business, start a side gig, or expand their business, understand the licensing, registration, and compliance needs of that business or product line. It's a great tool. Again, it's a no cost. You can find that at azcommerce.com/smallbiz, B-I-Z. And the final website I want to mention is the state's COVID-19 information and resource page, arizonatogether.org. A lot of great information is constantly updated on this website regarding COVID-19. So now I want to turn our attention to some updates to some of the programs that are out there that can impact small business. One, the IRS recently announced some changes to deductions that businesses can take for food and beverage. When you're buying lunch, you're buying food and beverage for your employees for different things. So this link that we have on here is for the publication that the IRS gave to give you information and details on how that deduction works. Additionally, the IRS announced some changes and some updates to tax credits for paid leave. They have some that relate to 2020, and this one also relates to 2021, and paid leave credits for those that are impacted in getting the vaccine. So definitely want to check it out if your employees are needing to take some time off as they get the vaccine. Additionally, the Restaurant Revitalization Fund has some new information on the SBA's website. We'll share this link. There's some great updated information, including a downloadable guide to help restaurants work through that and prepare for the application process. And then I shared a link here. The SBA also released some information on the targeted EIDL advance appeal process. And so this article has some information and steps on how to go through that process and help you if you were denied an EIDL advance of one of the targeted EIDL advances. Then you can a way to go back and do the appeal process. Additionally, want to check out our upcoming sessions. We have next week, we have Advertising 101 with Craig Boston from Northland Pioneer College. And then on Thursday of next week, we have Take Your Accounting Online. I'm really excited about this session because we're going to look at 4 different online bookkeeping software options to help your small business. And one of the challenges we constantly hear from small businesses and from accountants and others is, the bookkeeping online, having all your receipts, all your expenses documented, so you can process things properly, get your tax in order and whatnot, or have all the details you need to apply for some of these grants and funding programs. So that's going to be a really exciting session. And then on Friday of next week, so not tomorrow, but on Friday, April 30th, we're doing a special session on the restaurant funding, on the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, to specifically talk about that program. We will have 2 experts from the SBA on that call. So you'll definitely want to join us if you have a restaurant or a food service business, because it's not just traditional brick and mortar restaurants that can qualify. Caterers, food trucks, and other food service businesses have the potential to qualify for some of this funding. So if you know someone that has a food service business, please have them join us on that session. So with that, we're going to jump into today's session. I want to turn the time over to Giselle Aguiar, who's been with us many times before. She's the founder of AZ Social Media Wiz, and she does a great job sharing information and details on social media and digital marketing. And so we're excited to have a brand new presentation from her today. So Giselle, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the time over to you. It is all yours.
Okay, let me share my screen here. Share and
while Giselle's pulling that up, we like to use both the chat and the Q&A box on your screen. So we're going to use the chat for some Q&A or some interaction throughout our presentation. And if you have direct questions for Giselle, put those questions in the Q&A. Or if they're questions for myself, you can post those in the Q&A. But we'll use the chat for some interaction, and again, Q&A for questions.
Okay, so again, my name is Giselle Aguiar, and my company is AZ Social Media Wiz, and I've been doing internet marketing since 1995. But my background covers retailing, hospitality, travel, tourism, sales, publishing, as well as traditional marketing and advertising. And today's digital marketing is complex. It's there's a lot of parts to it. Just like a machine, some parts can break down and not work right, and you have to determine what's wrong before you can fix it. So what if your efforts don't work? You're trying, you think you're doing everything right, but your analytics are telling you that something's not working. Worse, you're not getting any sales. And that's what we're here for. We're here to get sales. So you need to identify the problem. Okay, so it could be two different scenarios. So if you're getting reach on your ads or organic, which is organic is non-paid posts, but they're not clicking through, then it's the wrong message or the wrong audience. Now, if you're getting clicks to your website, but people aren't converting, that's from a visitor to a lead or a sale, then it could be several things on your website. So scenario one. So in this case, you're getting reach, but no clicks. People are seeing your ad or organic post, just shared posts, but they're not clicking on the links and they're not engaging. That's liking, sharing, or commenting. Scenario two, you're getting the clicks and traffic to your website, but you have no sales or conversions. That is, visitors are not doing what you want them to do, like download your freebie or join your email list or buy something. So you got to fix the problem. Okay, so could be the message doesn't match the audience. Your website is ugly or doesn't function as it should. Landing page is too distracting. The call to action or CTA is not visible, or there's no follow-up. Okay, so let's dig down into each of these things here. So the message doesn't match the audience. So you either have the right message to the wrong audience, the wrong message to the wrong audience, or the wrong message to the right audience. And either way, it's not working. You want the right message to the right audience. All right, so here's a fix for that. So look at your social media insights. Each of the social media networks offers analytics or insights. Study them. Who are your followers? Look at the demographics, age, gender, location, etc. Which types of posts got the most engagements, likes, shares, clicks, or comments? If you did paid advertising, how did you select your audience? Which is the users on the network that your ad would be shown to. And I recommend using the network's own advertising departments. Their services are free, and they can help you determine why your ad is getting reach but not getting clicks, or not getting the reach and not being seen. They want you to succeed when you place ads with them, and they're very, very helpful. So we need to go back to square one. Clearly define your target audience and create personas. So who is your target market? And you can have more than one. What are their pain points or problems that your product or service will solve or alleviate? And then research your target audience. What resonates with them? Look at the age bracket or generations. And you talk to millennials different than a baby boomer. Okay, which social media networks do they frequent the most? You can't skip doing research. And what's really cool is all this research is available for free online. And I'm sure even the ACA has some of this research. The library has research areas. So are you B2B, business to business? Your main targets are other businesses, but you still have to deal with people in the business. Who is the decision maker in the company? This person becomes your consumer. What's their size, location, goals, objectives? What's their main service or product? Most important, what is their problem or pain point that you're going to solve? How are you going to make their lives easier, more productive, or successful? How has the pandemic crisis and the economy affected them? Maybe you want to reach businesses that are thriving in the crisis and need help with the sudden demand. You have to take a look at everything. B2C, business to consumer. Your main customer is the average consumer who would buy your products or hire your services. You can have more than one persona. What are their interests, their desires, their wants, their needs? What are their pain points? How have they changed? Are they working from home now? They're shopping online more? Are they using mobile apps more? And a company can have both B2B and B2C targets. So consider what percentage is business and consumer so you can split your marketing efforts accordingly. So then the question is, are you on the right network? Okay, and again, you learn this by doing target market research and checking your analytics monthly. Don't set up a profile if you're not going to use it. It's worse if someone clicks on your profile and sees nothing there, or if they see that the last time you posted was a year ago. That hurts your reputation. Unfortunately, it does. Now, another fix is the message. So you want to craft the right message to the right audience. So if your posts or ads were getting reach, no one was clicking on them, then it was scenario one. What's the right message? So here's where your research comes in. So what is the pain point that you can solve for your target? You have 7 seconds to catch someone's attention online. And in those 7 seconds, whether they're on your website or on a social media profile, they need to know instantly what it is that you do, what you're selling, what you have to offer, how you can help them. And as a result, you need quality, eye-catching videos or graphics, visuals. Furthermore, test your ads or promo graphics and videos with friends, colleagues, or even a SCORE mentor or whoever you work with, the SBDC. And I highly recommend that you work with a business mentor. And what's really nice is they're available for free. And they will be your wall to test stuff, and they will give you the opinion. They will critique it and tell you what's wrong, tell you if it's great, and if it's going to work, what you need to change. That is one of the best things that you can do. It's an objective opinion. And make sure if you use people in your ads or videos that they reflect your target market. For instance, don't use a picture of a young, healthy gal when you're catering to people over 40 for a health product, okay? The better message, okay? Not everyone is a good writer, all right? And that's okay. The good news is that there are a lot of free resources online to help you. You know, even back, 16 years ago, I actually wrote a novel. Okay, I thought I was a good writer. Actually, I wasn't that good of a writer. I had to learn how to write, fiction, how to write a novel, how to keep people going. I need to, refresh my grammar. And I got a bunch of books, at that time, I watched some videos that I got from the library because it was really, but right now in this day and age, there are so many free resources online where you can actually watch videos and take videos. The libraries can offer courses on how to be a copywriter, on how to be a good writer. So, and it's really important that you learn how to do this, because this is your business. Marketing is an essential part of your business. But here are some tips. So use action words, commands, like for instance, learn more rather than visit website. Because learn more is telling me as the user that, this is going to benefit me because I'm going to learn something new. Create a sense of urgency, like FOMO, the fear of missing out. Only a few left in stock, limited time offer, limited to 50 participants, so whatever you're selling, give them a sense of urgency. The fix to a problem, okay? The alleviation of pain, okay, whatever it is. Somebody has a problem, your product or service can alleviate it. Benefits, and it's really important because they're thinking, what's in it for me? How are you going to help me? And if you're doing videos, you want to explain the benefits in the first 15 seconds. So then they'll keep watching the video like, they can fix my problem, or that's exactly what I need. Then the other thing is storytelling. Okay, people want to see themselves in stories, in customer testimonials, and that kind of thing. So storytelling is very important. Another problem is a lousy user experience, or UX, okay? And this is something really important because technically your website is your 24/7 salesperson, okay? So you wouldn't send out a salesperson that's gonna be meeting other business people. That person needs to be in a suit and tie, ready to go meet. Well, your website is your 24/7 salesperson, so it's gotta function right. Make sure the buying journey makes sense. Okay, if I'm a consumer that's interested in what you have to offer, okay, I might not be ready to buy right away. So it's like, okay, how can you help me? Why should I choose you over somebody else? So that, and we'll talk about trust and credibility in a minute. So what's your expertise? Why is your product better? Then make a search function easy to find, especially if you're an e-commerce site, so people can search within your e-commerce site. If you're offering a service, if you have other articles and things like that, make sure the search box is easy to find. Make sure your website works on all web browsers and mobile devices. Okay, and that's going to be really important coming towards the end of June, because Google brings up the mobile version of your website first, called mobile first. Okay, and mobile friendly doesn't cut it anymore. It has to be responsive, so it has to look good on a phone, on a tablet, on a laptop computer, or on a big screen. So you need to test it on all the web browsers, and that includes Firefox, all the Chrome, so you don't know which browser they're going to be using, so it has to work on all of them. Then make sure everything works right. The form that you want people to fill out, the call to action, the download, everything needs to work right. And the content that you're offering, that it's good and it's interesting content. And a bad UX, a bad user experience, will cost you sales. Okay, so here's a fix. You have to think of your website as a place where potential customers can enter through several doors. What experience does each entry have for them? So there's 3 ways a visitor can enter your website: the home or front page, or another static page like about, products, or services. You always want to put an about page because people want to see who's the person or people behind the business. Why did they start the business? What are your core values? What's your passion? Why do you do what you do? So that's really important. They can come in through a blog article. A blog article is giving advice or top 10 ways to do something. That's how they came in. Or you have a designated landing page. We'll talk about those in a second, where you've got a specific offer on the page. Okay, another fix: look at your website's analytics. Okay, so these have to be set up already on your website. So Google Analytics is free, and if you're on WordPress or whichever platform you use, if it's Shopify or whatever, they all have a place for you to insert the Google Analytics code, but you've got to go set it up in Google Analytics. And you want to know how many visitors you get each month. Where did they come from? What were your most popular posts or pages? What's your bounce rate? So the bounce rate is if people landed on your website then left without going to another page or doing something. So they read an article and left, or it wasn't what they wanted. And Google Analytics and their search console also tell you what search terms got them to your site. How long did they stay on your site? How many pages did they view? And having links to related blog articles within each article help them to stay longer. And I'm going to be doing my SEO class for SCORE in June sometime. So we don't have a date yet, but if you go to their website and sign up for their email list, or go to my site and sign up for my email list, you'll be notified as to when that one is. And that goes more into specifics on search engine optimization. But here are some ways how people can find you. So 3 ways a potential customer can find you. You have the search engine. Okay, so you want to check your meta description. This is the description, the little paragraph that comes up in the Google search page that tells people what is on that page. So each page has to have a meta description, not just your front page on your website. So your about page, your obviously your product or service pages, and each blog article has to do this. Now, there are tools that help you depending on what platform you're on, but this is an important thing, because if you don't have a description there and you come up along with some other people on the Google search page, people are just going to pass you over. Test your SEO. There's a free tool called Uber Suggest, and it's free to use. You plug in your URL, and then it'll test it to see if everything's working properly and what keywords you're coming up for in Google. Then you have your social post or your advertising that you're doing on social media. Okay, then you have another referral, or direct, like a chamber or association. And then directly, they had your web address. Okay, so they had your business card, they had gotten an email address from you, or somebody gave them the URL, so they went directly to it. So your analytics will tell you this information, and you need to know this because so you're going to see, well, I'm getting a lot of people from Facebook. Okay, so then I'm going to spend more time on Facebook. Okay, keywords is another fix. So what are people searching for these days? Have the phrases and keywords changed in your industry? So Google has a free tool called the Google Keyword Planner. And this is another, again, another free tool that helps you. You can put in 10 phrases or keywords. You can narrow down your geographic area or expand it, whichever. You want to look for high monthly searches and low to medium competition. Okay. Another fix, research your competition. Who are you up against? What are they doing? What makes you different? How many followers do they have? How often are they blogging? What's their message? What's their call to action? I'm ever since I've been in marketing, I actually sit and watch commercials on television, online streaming, wherever I am. And when you do that, you can see good commercials, lousy commercials, and stupid commercials. You want to look for those good commercials. I mean, I was watching one the other day and I'm thinking that is great branding because it just stands out. And just the way they had it. And it's like, you're going to remember the name of this brand, whether you remember what it is they do or not. You're going to see it somewhere in the supermarket or somewhere online. You're going to remember that brand just because of the design of their logo and their packaging, and it gives you good ideas, especially like the car, sellers, manufacturers. They also have excellent cars. Look for the benefit, the problem, that they're trying to solve. And then that gives you an idea of how everything works. Okay. Another thing, I mentioned this before, is trust and credibility. So a reason potential customers don't convert may be lack of trust and credibility. And this is something you need to build. You don't get it automatically. People buy from whom they know and trust. In today's world, a reputation can be lost in seconds, especially these days. So how do you build your online image? So you want to participate online, being active in the social networks, creating and sharing content. Also be transparent, show people you care. People want to know who's behind the business. In fact, Facebook now, that's a big thing now because they don't like fake customers and fake accounts and things like that. So you want to make sure that you're transparent, everything's in the up and up. On LinkedIn, make sure your LinkedIn personal profile is up to date with a current headshot. And then your company listing, which should be branded well and look like an extension on your website. In fact, all your social media profiles should look like extensions of your website. And ask happy camper clients to provide reviews on Google, Facebook, and Yelp. Now, I'm going to be doing a LinkedIn class for the library on the first Wednesday in May, which is the 5th, which will go into everything that's new on LinkedIn. Okay. Landing page. Okay. You may have a landing page with too many distractions that take visitor's eye off the intake form. Okay, so this is for a special offer like a free ebook, a coupon, or watching a free video. So your landing page is your selling page. Okay, so make sure the message solves the prospect's problems or pain points. One offer per landing page. Now, if you have multiple target markets and different offers for each one, so you can have a landing page for each offer that you have. Explain everything, including if they will be joining an email list. Make that clear. Okay, make sure there's no regular navigation like on your website, so that you can't lose people from the page. There's no distractions. An easy to fill out form with no more than 2 or 3 questions. And make sure it works. Test, test, test. I found somebody who was offering an ebook that was interesting. But after the fourth question, and I saw there were more coming, and I'm like, no, I don't want it that bad. Okay, so, 2 or 3 questions, and that will help you segment your email list, and I'll get that to in a minute. Okay. Whatever you want the visitor to do should be the first thing that they see when they land on any of your website pages, whether it's a static page, a landing page, or a blog article. Make it easy for the visitor to do what you want them to do. Don't make them work. Don't make them fake. Put your call to action, your CTA, at the end of every blog post and page. And don't forget your sidebar and footer on your websites. These are all places where you can put your call to action. Follow-up is another place. So it starts with the content, blog, videos, podcasts, or gallery, providing the fresh material that to attract your potential customer. You become a content magnet, and you promote that content on social media. And that's the formula. Content with social media gives you SEO or traffic to your website. So given that, you need your website that's set up to capture leads. So you want to convert a visitor into a lead with an enticing offer, and then have them in some sort of email automation system to nurture them into a sale. And that's where many hot and warm prospects fall through the cracks. Lack of follow-up. Okay, and I'm going to say that again. Hot and warm prospects. Now, I've been in sales. If you have somebody that's interested, that's a warm prospect. If you want somebody that emailed you because they want more information, that's a hot prospect. Okay, they're interested in what you have to offer. All you have to do is sell them. That's it. Close a sale. All right. So you want to make sure that these people are responding to within a reasonable amount of time. Okay, so the fix is email marketing. Programs like MailChimp or Constant Contact have what's called automations. So your sign-up form can ask 1 or 2, no more than 3 questions. Then this helps segment your list. And then you have a personalized email drip campaign based on their answers. A welcome, a thank you, a link to whatever you have to offer via a page and an email. So they're on your website, they fill out the form, they hit submit, and then they get a thank you page with the download. And then just in case, for whatever reason, that page doesn't come up, they get an email within a few minutes with that same download and thanking them. Okay. Now, in 1 or 2 days, follow up with an email with a video in it, which explains to them, but it's a personalized video based on the questions they answered. And for instance, let me give you an example. One of my clients, my past clients, was an organization that had online parenting videos. Okay, so the parenting videos for somebody with kids under 10 and 11 are going to be different than parenting for teenagers. So in their intake form, so they can watch the first free video, was how old are your kids? Okay, and how many kids do you have? So based on that answer, they got the right offer for the right classes for the right age of their children. Okay, so that's what's important, and your research comes in there too. And once they watch the video, then you can send them an offer, send them a newsletter at least once a month with excerpts of your most recent blog post. So you want to keep up, and the thing is you can automate all this so that if you're e-commerce, you're selling like these videos online, this should all work smoothly. Okay. If someone has a question, you can answer it, but this should all work just really smoothly. And you basically, all you need to do is you do your marketing, and the customers just come on in. Okay, so this is your conversion funnel. It's typical one. So first is getting the prospect's attention, or the discovery phase. So not everyone is ready to buy right away. They want to, check your credibility and who you are, and look at reviews and look at more information, maybe ask a few questions. And not everyone who discovers you will be a customer. Then they show interest. Okay, here's where your lead is becoming warm. Okay, they may join your newsletter list or download an ebook, whatever you have to offer. Then the desire, they've compared you to your competition. Now the lead is hot. They're deciding whether whatever you have to offer is what they need or want, and that they can't afford it. And the final step is obviously taking action. They then hopefully become a happy camper customer and an advocate for you. All right, so here are the steps. Define your target market's persona. You can't skip this step, and you can't say, oh, everybody. No, not everybody. If you shoot for everybody, you'll get nobody. So this is really important. Then your research. Then set SMART goals. So these goals are specific, like I want to get, 500 visitors to my website within 30 days. Okay, that's attainable too. That's doable. It's realistic. Okay, so those are SMART goals, and you need to set them up like I need to get 100 Twitter followers in the first 30 days. Okay, so yeah, that is a SMART goal, and it's doable. Then you're going to do your strategic plan. So your strategy is how are you going to accomplish the goal? So here's where you say, well, okay, I'm going to write these many blog posts. I'm going to do these many videos. I'm going to, use LinkedIn, use Twitter, use Pinterest, use whichever network, and a strategy for each network. The tactical plan is basically your to-do list. Okay, so I'm going to write a blog article once a week, or to start off, I'm going to do 2 to 3 a week. Then the next week, I'm going to go down to 2, then I'm going to go down to 1 a week. And I'm going to post these many posts every day. I'm going to spend 15 minutes on LinkedIn connecting with people. So your tactical plan is your to-do list. So you want to set up, brand, and optimize for SEO. So you want to make sure everything looks good. All your graphics are quality graphics, nothing fuzzy everywhere, no fuzzy graphics. We don't want fuzzy graphics. Learn how everything works. And the thing is that there's webinars and classes like this all over. So, there's no reason why you cannot learn this. Create and curate content. So you're going to create your own content, and you're going to find content, other people's content that's relevant to your business and industry, that's related to your business and industry. So you're not just going to share your stuff. Then just do it. Implement, engage, build a following. Now, it takes more time when you're first starting out, your first 30 days. It's going to figure you're going to take about 90 minutes a day, and it doesn't have to be one block of 90 minutes. It could be 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon, and 30 minutes in the evening. But the first 30 days, you've got to put this time in, call it sweat equity, to make sure that you're getting your word out, you're getting the message out, you've done your research, you're connecting with people online, and your following is increasing. You're building your following. And then make sure your email automation is set up to entice sales. You want to nurture the lead into a sale, and then monitor and measure monthly. At the end of each month, you're going to look at your analytics and your insights. You're going to see what worked and what didn't work, what posts people liked the most. And then you're going to adjust your strategic and tactical plans, and you're going to set goals for the next month. If you go month to month to month, it's easier to put everything together and to track everything. Now, I have my book. It's the best DIY guide for marketing, and it's available on Kindle. And it's basically everything you need to know in one book. And I started doing this live Zoom chat, second Saturday social with the Wiz. So the next one is going to be on May 8th from 10:30 to 11:30. And I'm going to share the latest SEO and social media news, because this stuff changes constantly. I'm going to, and then I can do live critiques, open it for Q&A, do some brainstorming. So you just have to join the Zoom call at 10:30 on May 8th. And acsocialmedia.online. We are limited to 100 people. So I hope to see you there. If you want to join my email list, go onto my site and grab my Define Your Target Market workbook. And also, you can book a free 15-minute phone consult with me, and I'll look at your stuff. So look at that. I got 40 minutes here. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go find the chat. Where to go?
Giselle, we got one question in there. It's a really good question.
Okay.
From Madeline. She says, hi, Giselle. Regarding separate landing page by product, what if you have a shop tab and all products are categorized /indexed in the shop?
Okay, so you're an e-commerce site. So so in this case, let's say you want to, here we go. You want to grow your email list. So your landing page may be sign up for our email list and get free shipping on your first order above $50, or you know, or $10 or $25 off your first order. So your offer is going to be a little bit different. You're not going to be specifically selling your product. However, like on a seasonal product, for instance, we got Mother's Day and Father's Day coming up. So if you're gift giving, so you might want to showcase gifts for mom or gifts for dad, you know, in that landing page. So it's slightly different for an e-commerce site, again, depending on what you want to accomplish, you know. So if you want to grow an email list, and the benefit there is to see with to be able to keep customers coming back. And so you want that email list. You want to show them new products. You want to, you know, give them ideas. So does anybody want me to take a look at their website? If you do, please put the URL into the chat box and I could take a look at it. So
yeah, while you're doing this, Giselle and I talked about this, we have a great opportunity right now. If you have a website and you want to take a quick look at it, we have some time to take a look at a few websites. Post your URL in the first come, first serve. And
I got one.
You got a couple in there. So
yep, I do. So let me grab it. Oops, hold on.
One of the things that I've found is very helpful is when you do the real-time review of business stuff, and even if it's somebody else's site, you can gain tips and tricks through these types of reviews. So it's a great opportunity to learn some things looking at somebody's site in real time.
Browser window here. And okay, wait, I got to move this bar out of here. Talk about distractions. Okay. MUV counseling, schedule now. Okay, my question right now is what type of counseling do you have and how are you going to help me? That needs to be first. Now, how do I know if I want to schedule it if I have no idea how you're going to help me? Yeah, so your first thing here is you need to, this is, okay, so this is, if you're having this problem, this is how I can help. So it may be moving your logo and the schedule now over a little bit and then putting that and maybe a picture of, you know, somebody who might be a typical client on there. You know, because more than likely people land here first and they say, I don't know what you have to offer. So they may leave. Yeah, so that would be my suggestion here, because again, you only have 7 minutes. Because right here, if I don't even look at the video or the word counseling, I think you sell hiking shoes, you know, or do desert hiking tours. So you want to make sure you've got 7 seconds to catch people's attention. So you want to make sure that is what you have to offer. Okay, you might want to put the video on the top. I'm not going to play the video, but you might want to put the video on the top, because people will click on a video and say, okay, this is how I can help you, kind of thing. So yeah, so you've got the call now, you know, you want people to call, you want people to schedule. So that's a good thing, but you need to tell people how you can help them. Okay, let's go to the next one online here. We had,
Let's look up the, it was right above the MUV counseling. There's a link to one, the IRC coil.
I got it. I see it. I know exactly what it is that you do. Beautiful, beautiful. I know exactly what it is you should do. Now, the pop-up, however, is too soon. And, personally, I hate pop-ups, but how do I know I want to join your mailing list if I just landed on your page? So, and this is also extremely annoying if you're on a tablet on a phone. So I would put the pop-up further down. Let me make my window a tad smaller here so we can see the whole site. Okay. Okay, so these look like it's your blog articles that are here. Product info. Okay, so imagination wine cellars. Okay, so that's what that is. Okay, so I know exactly what it is that you do here. Okay, I would not put the news here really big. I would do more about who you are, maybe samples of, more samples of other places that you've installed your coolers, and products. Obviously you're high end. So that would be something that I would improve here, because, and I would put this with pictures and then an excerpt of it, not put, the whole article here, or yeah, it's way too much article. And people might not be ready to, if they want to know more, then they can go to the individual ones. So this is just a little bit on the layout here, but otherwise it's a really beautiful site. And you've got, I know what you do. Now I don't see, you go to product info, but I don't see any lead generation. Okay, so this is techie stuff. Now I'm a homeowner. I have no idea what this is. This would be like for a contractor. So again, you have to see who is your target audience on here. Is it the contractor that you want to get to use your refrigeration system? Or is it the homeowner that has the problem, they want to build a wine cellar, or they don't have a cellar to build a wine cellar and they want to have your wine cellar up, in their, in their rec room or in their study, or, wherever, their kitchen. So that's something that they need to figure out. And of course, I'm very tempted to go here and check out your Instagram. Same thing. Okay, this is very nice, but it doesn't sell your products. You have to put pictures of your products here. So, you're obviously this is not going in the right direction on your social media here. So this is gorgeous. This is what you have to showcase on your social media, because people are renovating their homes right now. They've been stuck inside, and it's like, that would be a nice place to put a wine cooler. So I think that would be much better. Okay, let's see. Next we have colors, original artwork displayed through clothing. Okay, very good. I know exactly what it is that you do. So cool. Okay, so okay, so you have t-shirts and products that already done. Okay, who is this? Can you unmute Cameron? I wanted to ask them if people can send them their artwork and they can then create the t-shirts. Is it custom, or is it, prepackaged, or, already pre-done?
I will unmute him shortly. Cameron, you are able to speak.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hey, thanks for checking out my website, and I'm glad that you know exactly what's going on. But this is not like a custom t-shirt offer. This is just my work put onto clothes. So I'm not offering people
Okay.
to put their own design.
Okay. You need to specify that because it says original artwork
Specify
displayed
that.
through clothing. Yeah. So and who are you?
Okay.
Yeah, and who are you and what's your passion for the art? That it's very
The about
colorful
page.
and yes,
Right.
absolutely.
I
Because
need the
that was my
about page.
first question was like, okay, can I send you my artwork and you can put it on a t-shirt, and that's no. Okay, so you need to
Right.
specify that needs to be more specific on that one. But I love it. It's really cool. And I'm a person, I love color, I'm a very colorful person. So
Colors are in right now. Yes, a lot of people are wearing colors.
yeah, absolutely. And they're coming back. So it's it's really good. Yeah, yeah, so that's so that's it. So if you want to, that's would be one of the things that I suggest on that. Put an about page and who you are and why you started, maybe pictures of if you do everything on on the computer and that kind of thing, a little bit of your history. I like your stuff. It's really nice. Okay, I think we'll have time for maybe one or two more here. Okay, here's a YouTube
How,
channel.
like, as far as when you put in a brand off?
Okay, you have you have your brand here selling is Seeing Colors, which I like that. Let me I see your social media. You're just on Instagram.
Right. So how do
You
how
need
do
to
you
put a link
build?
in here. You need to put a link in here because no one's gonna search. Okay, you need to put your link in here. And same thing on Facebook and Pinterest. You need to be on Pinterest too.
Okay.
You need to pin all your shirts on Pinterest because that's where people look for ideas and for shopping.
Okay.
Yeah, so you need to link them like the previous person had the two little icons in the top of their website.
Right.
And who are you on? What platform do you use?
This is Shopify.
Okay, yeah, they make it easy for you to do it. They make it easy for you to do it. So yeah, so you just need to add the links to them, but make sure like your logo is is everywhere, because it's eye catching. Color is eye catching, definitely. Okay, so let me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we're going to YouTube. I'm not going to play the videos, but I'll look at your channel. Oops. I didn't get it. Okay, hold on. Copy. Child Tarot for Families. Okay, good branding. So let's see about. Okay, booking. Okay, so apparently you don't have a web, or you do have a website. No, you don't have a website. Okay, this is a no. You've got a link on your YouTube channel that doesn't go anywhere. You need a website with a little bit more. You can't just do the YouTube channel because there's some people that don't use YouTube. Oops. Okay, bad links. This is not good. Make sure all your links work. Okay, this looks like a group with no members. Okay, this isn't helping you at all. Okay. Yeah, Danita. Okay, so you need a website, most definitely. So you can start with a free WordPress website if if your budget is tight, but you need to be able to do video, to embed these videos somewhere else other than your website. Maybe do a blog, customer testimonials and things like that. So that will help you sell. Think of your website again as a 24/7 salesperson. Okay, got 5 minutes. Robert, you're the timekeeper here, so let me know.
No, we're good. We could probably do one more before we wrap up. and it's,
Okay,
be
let's
great looking at
go.
these.
Film Navajo, produce Navajo, watch Navajo, Navajo Nation TV and film. Okay, I know what you do. Oh, that's so Arizona's so picturesque. Our history, our mission, very nice, very nice. Okay, and so then let's go take a look at your social. I would switch this to visit website or learn more. I would switch its call to action to learn more and that link it to the website. Okay, and you need to post a little bit more often, upload videos directly into Facebook. That will give you a lot of extra exposure. And yeah, and so yeah, you need to post regularly on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, same thing. Instagram, doing the short videos and the stories in Reels. Reels work really well because people will just look at Reels. I've been experimenting with that on my personal Instagram, and I'm getting more people from Instagram visiting my website because of the Reels, and I'm not doing paid advertising. So your link is on Instagram is the only place you could share the links. But people want to watch more. And so if you do the IGTV, click on over here. Okay, so you just have one video on the IGTV. So you need to keep posting. Today, Earth Day. Okay, today's Earth Day. I've been taking advantage of that since 6 o'clock this morning. Obviously post anything having to do with Earth Day, with the earth, with nature, with growing stuff, anything with sustainability, anything having to do with nature. That's today, so you can just, it's going to go on all day. So that would be a good thing to do, hashtag Earth Day. Now, I just got a couple of more minutes, but do you want people to sign up for something or get on a list? That's what I'm kind of not seeing here, to support the Navajo Nation. You want people to watch. If you're a nonprofit, you want them to donate, so that a little bit, just a little bit more of what you want the visitor to do. Manages productions from all around the world. Film office, you're invited to Film Navajo. Oh, okay, so this is if people want to film in the Navajo Nation. Okay, that kind of needs to be explained a little bit better here. Maybe using examples of other films. I mean, video is huge right now, so definitely using clips of which is really cool. But that's what I would suggest. Okay, so if anybody else can go to my website and schedule a free 15-minute phone consultation, and I'll take a look at their stuff. Robert, we're back to you.
Yeah, we are good. Thank you, Giselle. That was great. We got some feedback in the chat that I saw. People appreciated going through some live websites and getting that live feedback. And we saw a number of different sites that I think we were able to get some good ideas on for our own sites, for those that have your own website. So again, thank you, Giselle, for today's presentation. A lot of great information, a lot of good practical experience here too at the end to tie all that stuff together. So thank you very much. We want to appreciate everybody for being here today and joining our boot camp. We will see you back on Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Please have a great weekend. Be safe, have fun, enjoy the great weather. And we'll see you on Tuesday morning. Until then, thank you for being here and be safe.
Bye.
Bye.